Page 8, Treadle Time Tune. Got a bunch of eighth notes in it. Let's see what we can do with them. I look it over. It's 2 pages long. Treble bass clef, 1 sharp in the key signature. This is in the key of G major. So if you're doing scales, do the one for G major. And if you're doing minor scales, do the scale for E minor, because E minor has 1 sharp also. 4/4 time signature. Let's take it one hand at a time, make sure we understand what's going on. The right hand here. Eighth notes, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. Just a simple 5-finger position. Then go ahead and lift up. You're coming up 1 key and do it again. Then second line, you go back down. Just moving up. That's fine. We can do that. Even though you're using the same finger, we can do that. Go over to page 9, the last line. Because here. And then the 5th finger for here. I'd really like to prepare that. I don't really want to have to go to here if I can help it. And I can help it, so I ain't going to do that. In the second line, second measure, instead of that, I'm going to play it more like a scale. Like you do, that's fingering for scale. Here. This way, I'm in position. So I would recommend you do that. So again, the last line on page 9, the second measure, it's just 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. This way, I'm in position for the 5. Left hand, here, just 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. This is fun. This is basically about all the left hand does. Now, you have some C sharps at the top of page 9. Now, at the end of the first line on page 9, you're here. And on the second line, you got to go here. So you can use second finger for the first one on this second line because you're here. You can reach, if you can reach it, you can use second finger for the first one and then third. That kind of walk up a little bit. Or if you can just lift up if you want to also. Here, I'll leave that up to you and your teacher to work that out. And then the last line, you have G and B together. Okay, let's put the hands together. We got this. I'm going to move the right hand up here. Right hand back down. You get the idea? That's basically the piece. So I'll put the hands together. Then I'll go back over it, say a line or so at a time, and I get rid of any hesitations. Go as slow as you need to. We'll speed it up later. But right now, no hesitations. And keep them out, because they'll come back. If they come back, stop and get rid of them immediately. You never want hesitations. And then the articulation. This is pretty connected. They don't give you anything in the left hand. So technically, you can do anything you want. I could separate it if I wanted to. They don't say anything. But I'm going to suggest to you to go ahead and connect it here. And the right hand, you have phrases every couple of measures. Lift up, like taking a breath. Well, you have to because you're using the same finger, but this is lift up. Yeah. At the bottom of page 9, you get accents. You play them a little louder. Yeah, that's all. And then after the articulation, I have the dynamics. Mezzo forte at the beginning. It's the melody. It's the right hand. Here, sort of loud. This, soft. So I'm sort of heavy, light, at the same time. And I'm staying there pretty much for the whole piece until the last line on page 9. There's a crescendo where I'm going to gradually get louder, up to loud for the last 2 measures. I would suggest that maybe at the beginning of the last line, you come down a little bit and start that about moderately soft so you got more room to grow. So in the last line, it started soft, sort of soft, and a little louder, up to sort of loud here, and now loud. Oh, so it's sort of soft. Most of the crescendos in the second measure. That's where you really want it, don't you? Now it's loud with accents, make them very loud. I don't know that you need very loud, but okay. The left hand just stays out of the way in the background. That's not true. The left hand stays in the background, except maybe for the last two measures here, because there's no melody here. That's just chords, and so you can play both hands the same there if you want. Otherwise, the left hand's light. And then the speed. Assuming there's no hesitations. Allegretto, again, is between moderato and allegro. I call it the fun speed. Moderato, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1. Fast, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. No, allegretto's in the middle, but it needs to be accurate. So how fast can you play the eighth notes evenly and controlled? And that is your allegretto. Well, now, to help keep those eighth notes even and controlled, remember the natural accents. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Exaggerate them if you need to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And when you divide beats up, each beat gets a little one. 1, 2, 3. Let the wrist clutch a little bit, slowly. Similar to the way you do the scales that I suggest in the videos of accenting it and drop the wrist. That'll help to keep these things even when you speed them up, because you're thinking ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, here, here, here. It keeps them even all the way through. Now, once you can play this at least slowly with no hesitations, let's play it together just to check the notes and the rhythms. I'm not doing any dynamics. We're not performing it. But I'll do the phrasing and all that junk. So I'll give us 4 counts. 1 and 2 and ready and go and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 4. And 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 4 2 and 4 and